Are you ready to uncover the epic stories and fascinating lives of America's founding brothers? What if I told you these individuals were not just legends, but complex, flawed humans with their own hopes, fears, and rivalries? Welcome to our exploration of Joseph Ellis's founding brothers, a gripping narrative that takes us behind the scenes of American history. Here, extraordinary people like George Washington, Hamilton, and Jefferson take center stage. In this video, we'll delve deep into the intentions, conflicts, and alliances that shaped the fledgling United States. Trust me, this is a journey you won't want to miss.
1. Dive into Hamilton and Burr's notorious duel, an event that's more than just history. It's a legendary clash of ideals and ambition. 2. Be a fly on the wall during a fateful dinner with Jefferson, Hamilton, and Madison. Imagine the silent yet powerful agreements shaping the future of the nation. 3. Witness the poignant farewell of George Washington, a departure that resonates far beyond his time. These are just glimpses of what awaits you in Ellis's captivating exploration of America's foundational decade. But remember, what you see here is only the beginning. We encourage you to read the book for the full story.
As we journey through Ellis's award-winning narrative, imagine the triumphs and trials that transformed colonial struggles into a unified nation. We're not just recounting facts, this is about understanding the characters like real people, with all their triumphs and wrongs. Like, subscribe, and join us as we navigate these untold stories that still resonate today. Your adventure begins now. Let's venture into the intriguing start of Founding Brothers, where Joseph Ellis transports us to the heart of America's beginning. This isn't just a tale of heroes, it's about real people navigating real challenges. So what makes this introduction so gripping? 1. Ellis artfully brings the founders to life, showing them as both visionary and pragmatic. 2. He sets the stage with a historical clash, balancing liberty and governance. It was a time of both bold ideas and perplexing dilemmas. Think about it. How do you create a nation with diverse states and ideologies? What was revolutionary felt both inevitable and against all odds. Jefferson and Adams imagined a destiny, yet faced turmoil and uncertainty.
Ellis highlights the big issues of the time. First, the Constitution itself, a blend of unity and state rights. Second, lingering uncertainties and the looming shadow of slavery, a conflict unresolved but destined to erupt. These episodes set the backdrop for revolutions not just in politics, but in the very soul of the young nation. And that's not all. Ellis ends the introduction with a promise of stories, moments that defined the era. Through each story, he invites us in to see these founding fathers not just as icons, but as the flawed, fascinating people who laid the groundwork for what was to come.
Welcome to one of the most dramatic moments in American history. The fatal duel between Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr. Imagine, it's the morning of July 11, 1804, with both men ready to settle their deeply personal and political conflict. First, let's meet our players. Hamilton, known for his tactical brilliance amidst the pressures of politics, and Burr, an astute politician with a penchant for controversy. Their rivalry was not just personal, it was a clash of fundamental political ideologies.
The duel site at Weehawken was chosen for one reason: seclusion. Everything was at stake. With pistols in hand, they faced each other knowing this could end in tragedy. Hamilton intended to waste his shot, but Burr's aim was true. Was it intentional? We still ask today. The duel wasn't just about honor, it was a broader metaphor, the struggle of America's burgeoning republic. After Hamilton's death, the nation mourned, and for Burr, his reputation was shattered. Becoming an outcast, the duel signaled the end of an era where dueling as a symbol of honor became a relic of the past.
The duel's aftermath was profound. A nation polarized, public opinions roaring. Hamilton was celebrated as a Federalist martyr, while Burr was seen as a traitor. This event pushed America to rethink personal conflict and its role in public life. It shook the nation to its core. This was not merely personal vendetta, it was a reflection of America's own fractured political narrative. And that, my friends, is why the duel of Burr and Hamilton remains a legend woven into the fabric of American history. Next, we shift focus to a pivotal dinner that shaped the young nation's fate.
Welcome to a dinner table that changed the course of American history. Picture Thomas Jefferson inviting Alexander Hamilton and James Madison to his home, aiming to resolve a political standoff in 1790. First, Hamilton's financial plans had stirred national conflict. Next, Madison was firmly opposed, leading the Southern states in resistance. Jefferson's dining room became the ground for a crucial deal: Hamilton's debt assumption for the national capital's placement on the Potomac. This was no ordinary meal, it was about crafting the nation's future.
The outcome, a landmark compromise shaping America's political landscape. But why the Potomac? It signified more than geography. It was the bridge between North and South, centralizing power while appeasing regional interests. Then, the narrative takes a reflective tone. Jefferson's later regrets reveal the complexities beneath this diplomatic dinner. This was a moment where personalities and politics collided to buy time for the fledgling government. And as we savor this civil discourse, we move forward towards the silent tension of America's greatest divide: slavery.
Ellis offers us a vivid peek into how fragile the new republic was, weaving together the diverse influences guiding the nation. It's not just a political story, it's human: people, places, and promises intertwining in America's early fabric. But as we wrap up this dinner discussion, we catch a glimpse of looming shadows, debates on America's soul that required far more than dinners to resolve. Join us as we venture into the complex silence of the next chapter.
Now, we step into one of America's darkest challenges, the issue of slavery, a tension-filled silence amid early debates. Picture the scene: 1790 congressional halls echoing with fiery petitions led by Benjamin Franklin calling for the end of the African slave trade. These voices were bold yet fiercely opposed by Southern stalwarts. Legislators like James Jackson feared that ending the trade would unravel their economic fabric.
Amidst the uproar stood James Madison, attempting a silent diplomacy. On one hand, in principle against slavery, but on the other, staunchly guarding states' rights to decide. For Madison, silence seemed the lesser evil. Yet this retreat from action was troubling, undermining the hopes of abolitionists, while reinforcing the South's grip on the status quo. Unfortunately, this silence would echo, leading to a conversation deferred to church pews and pulpits. Ultimately, is silence ever truly golden, or does it merely delay the inevitable clash?
The debates concluded without action, promising the split narratives in America's story. The failure to act turned a potential reckoning into another chapter waiting to be written. Interestingly, the founders' silence was louder than any declaration, sparking shadows over liberties professed in the Revolution. As the struggle continues to shape the heart of the nation, Jefferson and others realized the complexities ahead. With heavy hearts, we shift focus to a farewell that would redefine leadership's role in preserving unity.
Let's turn to 1796, where George Washington makes a historic decision to step down as president. Here's the setup. First, Washington, after 2 terms, felt physically worn and ready for a peaceful life at Mount Vernon. But his resignation was more than a personal retreat. It was a deliberate act to set a precedent, emphasizing that presidential power was temporary. Washington's farewell address wasn't just goodbye, it was a guidebook for unity.
In his address, Washington warned against 3 dangers: 1. Political parties dividing the nation; 2. Foreign entanglements disrupting peace; and 3. Losing sight of shared American identity. Hamilton and Madison shaped his words into a vision of a single nation. Although silent on slavery, he urged cooperation over conflict. His foresight cemented his role as a leader beyond compare, guiding a young America on how to balance its ideals and real-world complexities.
Washington's departure left many uneasy, wondering who could fill such monumental shoes. Yet his farewell was a powerful statement, defining leadership as stewardship, not sovereignty. He handed down the torch, reinforcing the Republic's ideals. So what happens when Washington's steady presence is no longer there? Let's journey to the next chapter, where the vibrant, complex tapestry of Adams and Jefferson unfolds in a rivalry for the presidency. Join us as the new leaders navigate the stormy political waters left behind.
Enter the scene of political theater in 1796, Adams versus Jefferson, 2 giants turned rivals. With Washington stepping down, the stage was set for America's first contested presidential election. First, both men were seasoned revolutionaries, a shared past that made their rivalry even more poignant. Fiery, frank, and shaped by his wife Abigail's astute counsel, cool, calculating, and the face of the Republican opposition, politics was personal here. a battle of ideologies and old friendships.
Dive into the political drama. Adams, aspiring to unify, offers Jefferson a hand across party lines. But Madison whispers caution, stay the Republican course. And so Jefferson declines, party walls grow. As president, Adams faces turbulent waters, foreign quagmires with France, domestic storms with the Alien and Sedition Acts. These acts tip the political scales and create lasting rifts. In the end, Adams's road led to division but carved out a distinct party landscape.
This chapter closes on a note of transformation, where adversaries drive the nation toward an uncharted political frontier. Although a rupture, Jefferson's eventual victory wasn't just a shift in power, but a turning point in political identity. Stay with us as we delve deeper into the unfolding story, the improbable reunion between Adams and Jefferson. Could their old friendship rise above this rivalry? Next, we'll explore how time and letter exchanges forge reconciliation from the ashes of political conflict.
Welcome to the final, heartfelt chapter, Adams and Jefferson's reconciliation, a story of rivalry turned friendship. After years of silence, Benjamin Rush's dream brings these former presidents back together in 1812. Picture this. Adams pens a letter to Jefferson on New Year's Day, sparking a 14-year exchange of ideas. Their letters unveil political reflections and shared musings on their revolutionary past.
Their dialogues, Adams with his blunt realism, Jefferson with enlightening optimism. They debate progress, ponder slavery, and analyze their era's impact. Even through disagreements, they reaffirm mutual respect. First, they focus on unyielding unity. Second, the vast potential of America's founding values. Through heartfelt candor, they craft their legacy, not just as leaders but as friends reshaping their relationship. Two visionaries reminding us, reconciliation opens the path to progress.
In a twist of destiny, both Adams and Jefferson pass on July 4, 1826, the 50th annus of the Declaration's birth. Their lives, a testament to service, the challenges of nation building, and the enduring bond of shared vision, they remind us of both triumphs and trials that define America. And so, as Ellis concludes, we revisit the themes of the Founding Brothers. Their letters, their legacies, and invitation to understand, learn, and continue shaping the democratic dream. Thanks for joining us on this journey through history.
As we close our journey through Founding Brothers, let's reflect on the remarkable tapestry that Joseph Ellis weaves. First, Ellis humanizes these iconic figures, reminding us of their imperfections and the challenges they faced. Second, he artfully presents the paradoxes and promises of the American experiment, the clash of ideals, and the forging of a new nation. Each chapter offers a vivid snapshot of pivotal events, from Hamilton's duel to Jefferson's dinner diplomacy, and Washington's farewell to the lasting friendship between Adams and Jefferson.
These are not just stories of the past, they resonate with today's challenges in harmony and governance. Finally, Ellis invites us to consider the legacy these founders left behind, a living, breathing democracy continually shaped by dialogue, resilience, and vision. As we ponder their decisions, actions, and ideals, we're reminded of our role in this ongoing story. So what's next? Dive deeper. Pick up the book for a richer narrative and insights. We hope you've enjoyed this journey, and if so, like this video, subscribe, and share it with history enthusiasts. Together, let's keep exploring the fascinating pages of our past as we shape our future.